Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another What's for Dinner. If you're new here, my name is Mandy. Let's dive in and see what we cooked up. For dinner tonight, I'm gonna be making cheese steak casserole. So what you need for this is 1.5 pounds of ground beef, some salt and pepper, garlic powder. You also need Italian seasoning. I don't have Italian seasoning, so I'm going to put in some oregano and some parsley flakes. I don't know if it's gonna make that big of a difference. You also need 2 green peppers chopped and 2 onions, some elbow macaroni, and Velveeta cheese. So the first thing I'm gonna do is brown my hamburger meat, and then I'm gonna saute the onions and green pepper. Then I'll mix all that together. I'm now cutting up the Velveeta cheese into smaller pieces just so it melts a little bit easier. And once I put all of that into the pan, then I'll just mix it up a little bit, let it get nice and melted. Now that my water is boiling, I'm gonna go ahead and pour in the pasta, get that cooking. Once it's all cooked and is done, I'm going to drain that and then mix it in with that hamburger mixture and just mix it up really, really well. I believe this is the second time that I've made this meal. It is so good and very tasty the next day, so definitely give this one a try. I found it on Pinterest, so I will put the link down in the description below. So tonight for dinner, we're gonna have ham and cheese keto stromboli. I have made this in the past, and I don't think I've shared it on my channel, but it is really, really good. You do not have to be keto to enjoy this, but it's very good. So for this recipe, you're gonna need mozzarella cheese, cheddar cheese, Italian seasoning, but I don't have any. I ran out and forgot to get some. But I'm just going to use some parsley and oregano, and then I'm also going to add in some garlic powder. You're going to need 1 egg, some ham. I'm going to add in some of this Publix pepperoni. You also need almond flour and coconut flour for this. So let's go ahead and get started on making this. In my glass bowl there, I have the mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna pop that into the microwave and get that melted. I'm gonna mix all of the dry ingredients into the bowl here and then just set that aside. Once the mozzarella cheese has melted, I'm gonna give that a good stir and then put it into the dry ingredients there and mix it all up until it's well incorporated. I will say this stromboli is a bit more dry than what a regular stromboli is because you're using the almond and coconut flour. It does tend to be a little bit drier. So I'm adding my 1 egg in and mixing that up really well, and then I'm going to put that on the parchment paper and roll it out. You don't want to get it too thin. Once I have that all rolled out, I'm going to take my knife and just cut little slits on the sides, but make sure that you leave part of the center not cut. So that is where you're going to put your ham, your pepperoni, and your cheese. Once you have all of those ingredients placed on the center, then you're going to fold those sides over and just kind of pinch them together, and then you're going to put that in the oven and bake it until it's nice and brown on the top. And this is what it looks like when it's all done. I'm just going to use my little pizza cutter and finish cutting all the way through. This was very good. Like I said, it does tend to be a little drier, so if you wanted to dip it in some marinara sauce, you could do that. We served it with a side salad and it was delicious. For dinner tonight, we are having some sausage, asparagus, and baked potatoes on the grill. Isabella started her braces journey today. She got her braces put on. I wanted to do baked potatoes so that she could have something soft to eat, and then she'll probably have some pasta. She had a little bit of pasta earlier, so she'll probably have some more pasta. And so far she's not really having too much pain or anything, so hopefully tomorrow will be the same. So this sausage is Cajun, and that Jason and I will eat, and then that one is just regular beef for Amelia and the baby. Bella might try to eat it. I don't know if she's going to be able to or not, but she'll try. And then the baked potatoes. So the baked potatoes, I know I've talked about this before on other videos, but I pierce them really good with a fork, and I cook them in the microwave until they're almost pretty much done. And then I take some olive oil, or just like an olive oil spray it all over it, and then, I don't know if you can see it, I sprinkle kosher salt on them, and then we put them on the grill and finish grilling them up. And it's a lot quicker than trying to just grill them or put them in the oven and bake them. It just takes too long doing it that way, and it heats up the house and yada yada. So this is going to be dinner. Tonight for dinner we're going to be having creamy chicken and chili enchiladas. It's a recipe on the back of this green chili enchilada sauce can. You do need 2 cans for this, and you also need a can of diced green chilies. Okay, so what I have in my pan is a pound of chicken breast, and I just cut them up in strips. You can use chicken tenderloins if you want to do that, so you don't have to cut it up, whichever is fine. So I just put some olive oil into the pan, heated that up, put my chicken in, cooked it until it wasn't pink. Then I added in an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. I actually didn't have a full 8 ounces, so this isn't as creamy as it should be. And then I added in those green chilies. Gonna cook it a little bit until that cheese is nice and melted. So for the tortillas, I'm just gonna use our carb counter tortillas because I don't have any regular, and these taste just the same in my opinion. Okay, I have them all rolled up. So now I'm gonna pour on the green chili enchilada sauce. I'm gonna use 2 cans, like I said earlier, and then I'm going to sprinkle some cheddar cheese on there as well. And I'm gonna put it into the oven that is preheated at 400 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until the cheese is nice and melted. Let me know down in the comments if you have ever tried this recipe on the back of the old El Paso can, because I have never tried it. So I'm interested in seeing how it tastes. The sauce smells really good. But let me know down in the comments if you've ever tried this before. So I will say I really enjoyed this recipe. It was very good, and the baby absolutely loved the chicken. Hey guys, for dinner tonight we are gonna have some pinto beans, or if you're from Kentucky, you call them soup beans. But I'm gonna fix some of this Jiffy corn muffin mix, and I'm gonna do half of the muffins just plain regular like the box calls for, but then the other half I'm gonna cut up a couple of jalapenos and put some jalapeno peppers in them and a little bit of cheddar cheese. And my phone is going crazy. I don't know if this is going to turn out because I am out of milk, and I'm going to be using Isabella's almond milk. I think it'll be fine. So in my Instant Pot, I have the pinto beans going. I made a whole lot. I made a whole lot. I wasn't intending on making, like, this whole pot is full, but that's okay. What's left over, I will just put it in some containers and put it in the deep freezer. Whenever we want refried beans, I can pull them out of the deep freeze and make refried beans with it. So they won't go to waste for sure. We're also going to have some spinach with the soup beans and some sauerkraut. I thought I had some hot dogs, but I don't, so it's just going to be sauerkraut. And I thought I would do some fried potatoes, but I just really am not feeling like making fried potatoes. And getting the stove all dirty and greasy. So I'll probably just do just the spinach and sauerkraut, cornbread, and soup beans, and that's plenty. That'll be plenty for us. So no one noticed any difference, or they didn't mention the corn muffins tasted any different from where I used the vanilla almond milk. So if you run out of milk and you have vanilla unsweetened almond milk, you can still use that and it'll turn out just fine. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this gave you a few ideas of dinners for this coming week. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what you're having for dinner this week, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.